All right, well, let's not waste any time here. Champions League action to kick off the episode. It's Barcelona versus Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals, and it all comes down to these two legs to see if we can move on further in the competition. The whole season comes to a head today, so this is going to be a high-pressure situation. Right off the bat, we get some good chances, but unfortunately, it's not enough to finish anything off, and Bayern Munich definitely relentless in their offense. If not for a few unbelievable saves from Robert Sanchez, we could easily be down here going into the second half. But the scoreline remains 0-0, and then Adama Traore finds Gabriel Menino to finish the move off and put us in front in this delicately balanced game. We're looking for two, but it's proving very difficult. With Bayern Munich doing well to really keep us at bay, we see the game out. It's a well-deserved win, but very close call, and it's all going to come down to the second leg. But before we get there, it is league action. Barcelona sitting in first place by a single point, but we got a game in hand, and we are in great form. And it is none other than the aforementioned Gabriel Menino, who steps up again to separate these two teams. He has really kicked it into gear here in the second half of the season and single-handedly won us two important matches back-to-back. But now it's back to the Champions League. Barcelona, second leg. Sergi is back from injury, and he wants to play. This is a tough decision because he's a little out of form. He hasn't played in a while, but, you know, when a player is up for it, especially a player of that caliber, I'm going to rely in our man up top. So Sergi is starting at striker, Messi and Traore on the wings. Let's see what this attacking trio can do. And man, this is a real test for our young striker. He's been in and out. He was so good last season, but definitely slowed down a little bit with all the injuries. And you can't blame him, but this is a real test for him to show that he still has what it takes to play at the highest level. And honestly, we start this game off really well, but you can see Sergi's still just not really with it. Some of the passing is off. The movement's not quite as good as we're used to, but again, you gotta really give him a little bit of slack with all the injuries, but again, if he wants to start this game, he needs to show exactly why he deserves to, and we're putting a lot of trust in the youngster right now, but no goals so far in this game as we creep up towards halftime. It's worth mentioning, though, that we've basically had all of the chances. We've kept Bayern real quiet all game, and then all it really takes is one chance, though. Richarlison sets up Goretzka. My God, what a goal right into the top corner. And really, I think that was their first shot, let alone shot on target. That's all it takes to swing the game just like that. We're back on level terms on aggregate 1-1. And despite all the great defending we've done so far, it all just comes undone here. So we kick off the second half, and we are desperate to get our noses back in front in this tie. Jordi Alba looking to set up Messi. Not the likeliest to get on these headers, but again, we've had most of the possession and most of the really good chances in this game, and Bayern Munich just looking to play, I guess, on the counter-attack here, and there they have the space. Kaiki looking to get back. Can we cut out the chance here? No! Musiala finishes a second. Bayern Munich take the lead on aggregate, and you gotta say, it's completely against the run of play. Well, it's Kaiki off in favor of an attacking player. Ansu Fati coming on. We still have 40 minutes left in this game. All we need is a goal to drag this one out a little bit longer. So Fati up top looking to make the difference, cutting inside. What a lovely ball. Sergi finishes and delivers ultimately on his promise to step up in this game when we called upon him. But all credit to Ansu Fati. He set our striker up perfectly. My God, what a ball. What a player we have on our hands. Sergi now, a little spring in his step after that goal. Menino plays through Traore. He's just onside. What can we do here? To the back post. Looking again for Sergi. But the goalkeeper gets there and the game goes on 2-2. And with 12 minutes left, you get the sense that whoever scores next is probably favorite to win. Oh, spoke too soon. Richarlison with an unbelievable volley. Honestly, reminiscent of the goal we just scored at the other end. Dink over the top and a finish from the striker. And now we're chasing this game. Time winding down. Musiala finishes again. Heartbreaking stuff for Barcelona as we are seen out to a 4-1 defeat. An up and down game for sure, but our Champions League hopes end for this season. We will not be moving on to the next stage, and with some big teams going through, I was really hoping we'd make a better run, but there's always next season. We're obviously favorites to finish top 4 this season, and also favorites to finish top of the league at that. So I'm gonna try something a little different. I want Sergi to be starting, but with 4 good attacking players, we need a formation that fits all of them. I'm gonna have Messi as a center forward, Sergi up top, Traore and Fati on the wings. And with that said, let's get to some league action with our new attacking firepower in the works, and Ansu Fati finishes again. He is another player who's looking really solid here at the tail end of the season. And then Ez Alzouli sets up the brilliant Leo Messi, who scores yet again. Our captain has come in and completely revitalized the team this season. And if results hold like they've been as of late, we will be champions in La Liga despite our Champions League disappointment. But Real Sociedad have something to say about that. We've been on a pretty significant winning streak in the league, but that all looks to change as they really turn the tides here and find the opening goal 35 minutes into the game. It might just be a test of our team resilience here as we look to fight on. But again, Mario Balotelli, our striker, our backup striker, I should say, struggling big time. And to make matters worse, Lionel Messi picks up an injury. We gotta make something happen. I'm going 5 at the back. I'm gonna throw Sergi and Traore together up top. Hopefully that'll do the trick. I think Balotelli's time here at Barcelona probably up after a really, really disappointing season. Still yet to score, and honestly, after having a decent run last season, I'm a little bit surprised at it all. Real Sociedad, though, definitely giving us a run for our money here, charging forwards with a lot of speed off of the counter attack and some beautiful passing. Wow, unbelievable stuff. I mean, fair credit. That was a really impressive goal from back to front. Nothing we could do to stop it. And deservedly now, they take a firm lead in this game. 2 goals up. We need a goal quick if we want to make anything happen here. And look no further than Adama Traore. Unbelievable stuff, man, oh man. I think it's pretty clear at this point who our player of the season is going to be, regardless of how this pans out. Traore, unbelievable stuff, time and time again. And Real Sociedad, I mean, like I said, credit to them. They're passing rings around us. We just cannot win the ball back. It's getting incredibly frustrating, to be perfectly honest, but all it takes is one more ball through, and it's a 3rd goal. Wow, sometimes it's just not your day, and this looks to be one of them. Look at all the tackles we put in the build-up play here. You know, every now and then the game just works against you, and it seems like that might be the case right now. So, unfortunate defeat, and hopefully that won't affect our title hopes, but 3-1, significant blow to this team. And to make matters worse, we will be without Lionel Messi for probably the rest of the season. We'll see if he can come back sooner, but a month out is going to hurt. We've already got some injuries, and this is probably the game that will decide our season. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, with 4 points now between us and 5 games left. If we win this game, it is very, very likely that we win the league. And honestly, with the reverse, the same might be said for losing our chances at the title. So Messi out, Sergi in. We're going back to our original formation, and it's all on the line here with our rivals, Atletico Madrid. On the bright side, it's a home match. We've been in solid form despite the couple losses here or there. And I do back us to get in here and show what this team is made of. This is probably the definitive performance of our season, and our title hopes likely ride or die on this result. But I think we have a really well-balanced team at the moment. Still have a bunch of experienced players, a lot of youngsters coming through the ranks. It just feels like it might be our season to finally win the title, but it's definitely, despite all the odds against us, considering our debt, it's honestly somewhat of a miracle that we're even in the running for the title, let alone top 4 at the moment. But we've been working some real magic with this team. Llorente now looking for another chance. Atletico Madrid dominating proceedings here early in the match, and a shot just wide of the net. Very, very close. But despite it all, we are still level. Adama Traore, now it's our turn, cutting it inside. Fati, shot blasted above the net, and neither team able yet to make a difference. Menino slipping through Sergi, and again, we know he's a good player, but he looks a little bit off the mark, and hopefully he'll be able to bounce back, because Sergi doesn't quite look the same player that we left off with. We got bigger problems than just one player, though, as Kondogbia scores a goal against the run of play to put Atletico Madrid in front. And the way the game is going right now, it does not look super promising for us. It's been a really close affair so far, and we have not had all that many chances. As we come into the second half here, Kondogbia, another great opportunity. Atletico Madrid piling on the pressure here. We just have to withstand it. But time and time again, they catch us out trying to play out from the back. Eventually, though, we do get away with it. Here we have Pedri off of the counter, finding Sergi. What can he do? The striker plays a well-weighted pass through for Adama Traore. Great strength to hold his man off. Far post. Jordi Alba finishes. Barcelona back on level terms. 1-1. And now it is a real matter of being game on for Barcelona. And again, it is one of the experienced players coming through. With Messi out, Jordi Alba wearing the captain's armband and also delivering with a captain's responsibility to pull us back into this game. Now, the stakes are feeling pretty high in this one, but this is the kind of game that makes or breaks top players, and hopefully we'll see one of ours step up to this challenge. Sanchez now again calmly gathering it out of the back. Atletico Madrid, a lot of attacking pressure on us in this game, but for the most part, we've dealt well with it, and now we just have to make sure we ourselves can get some good chances in offense. Maluso playing out from a left back, who's starting to increasingly get minutes, with Jordi Alba playing a little farther up the pitch in this one. Now what can we do here with Adama Traore cutting through the back line? Unbelievable stuff. Adama Traore once again scores an unbelievable solo goal. He takes on some of these defenders like they're not even there. And that's not the first, even fifth, or maybe 10th time this season he's done a goal very similar to that. He creates space and opportunities like none other, and this time it secures us the most important victory of all. 4 games left, a 7-point lead, and this leaves us in great shape. I think we just need one more win in these final games to secure the title, and things are looking great. Despite all of the struggles we've had, Pablo Gavi is finally back from injury. We've struggled a lot with injuries this season. Hummels and Messi are still out, but finally Sergi's back. Gavi now is back. I think he's been out for 7 or 8 months, so that's a welcome sight to this team, and we could definitely use him. I honestly can't believe how well we're doing considering all the injuries. It's been a really wild season, to be honest, but like I said, 4 games left. We just got to get out there and get some wins. A win in any of these would secure us the title, so things are looking very, very likely at this point. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got to get our heads down and really just make the results happen. But against a team like Osasuna, who's kind of struggling this season, I do back us to get a result. But hopefully I haven't spoken too soon. Great opportunity in on our goal, and honestly, they've been the better team so far. 5 minutes into this game, Nico Gonzalez charging out from the back, and again, caught out on the ball. We gotta really be careful here defensively. We've had, I think, the best defense in the league this season, but as we've seen before, we can always concede at any given moment. Let's make sure rather that doesn't happen in this case. Sergi, great opportunity. 15 minutes into this match, hopefully starting to get ourselves back into it. We just need one goal to really turn the tides. Pedri puts it in. Fati scores again. What an episode he's having. That's his 3rd or 4th goal. And despite not being our best attacking player this season, he's chipping in with some important goals. This could be the most important, the one that actually goes on to win us the title. But we still got a long half of football remaining here to play. And Ansu Fati slipping through Sergi. Can he finish this? No, Sergi. Still just missing that edge here coming back from injury. But we back our player. Menino sets him up again. Sergi, another chance. Another block. Adama Traore, the pressure relentless here from Barcelona. Pedri flicks it through. Sergi blocked a 3rd time. Unbelievable stuff. But we take it to halftime with 1 goal still to the good. We just have 45 more minutes of football to play here to secure the La Liga title for Barcelona. A lot of possession here already in the second half, and Gabriel Menino looks really composed in front of goal. He doesn't finish, but guess who does? Ansu Fati puts in a second. Things looking very, very likely for us at this point. Barcelona are running riot in the league this season, and you can just see the confidence in all of our players. So many up-and-comers in the team this season. And now Sergi looking to get his name on the score sheet. Wow, again, that was a really well-worked opportunity. He's getting in the right spaces, he's taking good chances, but it's just not falling for him at the moment. I don't doubt for a second that he will get back to some kind of good form, in time, but for now, we just have to put our trust in the player. But let's not worry about that, guys. It's time to celebrate. We won the league. Barcelona have done it against all the odds. Financial crisis, injury crisis, falling out of the Champions League and the League Cup, but we still end the season on a really high note here, securing the title. It's a shame. I don't know why the trophy celebration didn't play in this one, but despite it all, it is a really, really solid win. And now we can relax just a little bit, but not too much. 10 points between us and second place Atletico. We have El Clasico coming up next, though. And honestly, I do want to point out we have our defense to credit this season. We by far have the best defense in the league. We haven't scored the most goals. And honestly, despite the injuries, Mats Hummels has been out for a while. So big credit to players like Kayiki who have come in and kept our defense looking strong. But let's see if we can keep it up here against Real Madrid. And now, it's El Clasico. It's a time to continue ending our season on a high note. The pressure's off. All we gotta do is just, honestly, get out there and have some fun, show what we've got, and pull one over on our big rivals here late in the season. It's time to start thinking a little bit about building for next year and how we can make a better run in competitions like the Champions League, but that'll come down ultimately to the transfer window and some of our youth. And in this game, it's really a matter of relying on youth. Players like Sergi again get the start. Pedri, Gavi back in the fold, Menino, so many youngsters are starting to make a real name for themselves in this team. And here we go, off of our own counterattack. It's been end-to-end stuff between these teams. Beautiful build-up play here. Menino twisting and turning. What can we do? Pedri looks to slip it through. Sergi, again, a shot on goal. Not too far off. Oh man, agonizingly close again for our superstar striker. And he just can't really consistently find the back of the net, but I mean, like I was just saying, he's getting good chances. I think it's a matter of time before they start falling, but we need goals immediately in this game, and Real Madrid looking, honestly, right now the more likely to pull in front, but it's been a really exciting one. Plenty of chances for both teams, and now Ansu Fati finding Sergi through in space. Good strength to hold off his man from the striker. Pedri chips it over. Menino! Wow! Once again, our central midfielder separating teams when it counts. That's, I don't even know. I think he's cracked double-digit goals this season already, and I think it was a couple months before he scored his first this season. So that just goes to show how good his form has been. And again, not to harp on Sergi too much, but another close call there with a good little chip over the goalkeeper. And now we got to be careful. Real Madrid, chance on goal. Sanchez again. Our goalkeeper is making unbelievable saves this episode, and he does it a second time. And with time winding down, it's enough to separate the teams come the end of the 90 minutes, and that 1-0 victory is all it takes to take down our rivals here. It's a really nice result for the team. After we wrapped up the title, we keep things going, and after Real Madrid really showed us up the last couple of seasons, that's a good feeling for sure. Now, 2 games left, not a lot of talking points or things to play for, but unfortunately for us, Sergi pulls up short again. Heartbreaking stuff. He just can't stay fit, and after being subbed off, we're going to hope that's nothing too serious. We'll find out after the whistle here. But Charlie Musonda, another one going down after a challenge. Our players having a rough time here. Then finally, the last game day of the season, Lionel Messi looking to make his mark here at the end of the La Liga season, and he does exactly that. Wow, that is up there for goal of the season. That's a vintage Messi run out of midfield. Talk about creating something out of nothing. Dinks it over his man, beautiful run, and we can't go without talking about that finish either. Lovely outside of the boot curl, and it's enough to seal a victory in our final game of the season. All in all, not bad from Barcelona. A lot of talking points here late in the season, and among them is the prize money. 153 million secured by finishing in first place means we pay that debt down even more. We are now down to only 170 million left, and it's likely that in the next season we can be debt-free and remove all the restrictions we have with transfer policies, wage caps, things like that. Exciting times, and hopefully this team can get back to being the world's best once we hit that point. So we finished top of the league. We didn't really win any silverware in the cups this season, but that's okay. Honestly, I still find it surreal that we won the league, especially by 12 points. In the other cups, the Supercopa Villarreal won, Atletico Madrid took over the Copa de España, And then ultimately Bayern Munich, who beat us, went on to secure a Champions League victory, actually against their rivals. Borussia Dortmund made it to the final again, a repeat of, I think 2013 it was when they last faced off. But here we go, guys. Some of the top performers this season. Adama Traore, player of the season by a landslide, 19 goals and 10 assists. He just keeps getting better. Up there also is Lionel Messi. I think he could have been player of the season if he was fit a little longer, but 43 games, 15 goals, 15 assists for a 36-year-old is really genuinely world-class stuff. Still one of our most important players. Pedri had kind of a breakthrough season. He scored a lot compared to previous years. Gabriel Menino as well. I talked about him a lot this episode. 11 goals, 12 assists. Honestly, 4 or 5 incredibly important players for us this season. Ansu Fati, I still hope to see more from him in the future, but he's getting better all the time, and poor Sergi. 8 goals in his 19 appearances is not bad at all, but it's just his lack of fitness that's been a huge bummer from this team. And like I mentioned in the last game, when he got injured, he is going to be out for a month. He'll be back for the start of next season. Fortunately, this one's not all that serious, but I do want to take this time too to say farewell to a couple of the older players. Jordi, Alba, and Busquets, both running out of contract at the end of the season. I'm not going to renew them. They're both 35 and declining fast. It's time to build for the future and really reinforce this squad in the offseason. Mario Balotelli and actually the goalkeeper we just signed at the beginning of last summer, Aitor, will both be running out of a contract too. We'll be looking for replacements. Balotelli, 0 goals in 19 appearances, very poor and not the best way to end his career, or at least his season with us. I think he announced he was retiring, but he played an important role last season, so fair credit to him, and we'll see how we can build this team. We're going to be losing 4 players, so we'll be looking to bring a bunch in too. And like it's been the case for a lot of this season, we will be turning to the academy to make signings. I modded in a bunch of new real-life Barcelona Youth Academy players already, and among them, Adrian Gill looks to be one of the most promising. 64 overall already at 18. Sky's the limit for him with the kind of potential he's got, and honestly, a couple of really promising other youngsters as well. We'll see who fits into the team. We'll make a call when the time comes, but on we go, and we look towards another season, Season 4 with Barcelona, and a lot of wild storylines coming up. You guys won't want to miss it. And in the meantime, as we build towards Season 4, if you haven't already, join the Discord. You guys can make some behind-the-scenes calls on how we shape this career and get some behind-the-scenes insight into what we'll be doing in the future. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll be back soon with the next season in this series next weekend. And until then, I'm Respected Jeff, and I'll see you next time.